guys, thanks for watching my entry for the NYX Face Awards Singapore. This look is about removing a mask to reveal who you really are underneath. And of course, I'm really a mermaid. This cool mask concept was inspired by a talented artist on Instagram called Setovist. I've linked her page below, so please go and check her out. So there are three main elements to my look: the mask, the mermaid, and the lip art. I hope you guys enjoy this. Let's get started. First, I custom mixed a light blue face paint to sketch out the mermaid part of my face and fill it in. I used a brush instead of a sponge because I felt it gave more precision. I didn't have to be perfectly precise around the eyes and the lips though, because I knew I'd clean up the lines later with eyeshadow or lipstick. I also painted a bit of my hair to give it a more mermaidy vibe. I also filled in the mermaid areas on my neck and shoulders. If you make a mistake or are unhappy with your lines, a wet wipe is your best friend. Next, I used a dark blue matte eyeshadow to contour the forehead, cheekbones, nose, and jawline of my mermaid face. I created lines on my neck and shoulders to look like gills and went over certain areas again to give the look more depth. To create the mermaid scales, I put a wig cap over my face and went over the same contour areas with a brighter blue eyeshadow, and shimmery purple and pink eyeshadows too. I also darkened the area around my nostrils, sides of my nose, and upper lip to create more depth and definition. Of course, I couldn't resist topping that off with a duochrome highlight as well as random pops of holographic pigment. And then, moment of truth. Yay! It turned out well. More shiny highlights? Yes please. I also darkened the sides of my nose and upper lips and added more highlights to my nose bridge and cupid's bow. Next, I added the same blue, purple, and pink eyeshadows to the lines on my neck and shoulders, as well as a pop of highlight right in the middle for more dimension. Using the NYX Waterproof Extreme Shine eyeliner in Sunrise Blue, I sketched out the shape of my mermaid brow and set it with blue and teal eyeshadows that I also brought down the bridge of my nose for some extra contour. For my mermaid eye, I applied an eyeshadow primer and then used the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk to line my waterline. I also used that on top of the primer and patted it in with my finger. I really like how the white base makes colored shadows really pop. Using a greenish eyeshadow, I created the rough outline of the mermaid eye and then filled it in with blue and purple eyeshadows. I made sure to blend the edges well for a softer look. I added the same pinky highlight to the middle eyelid and inner corners to brighten the eyes. Next, I used a grey eye pencil to line my lower lash line and smudged it for softer edges, and went over that with the NYX Waterproof Extreme Shine eyeliner in Platinum for more shine. Black eyeliner time! I drew a small wing and made sure to fill in between my lashes. I also lined my lower lash line and smudged it for more definition. I curled my lashes and applied black mascara on the upper lashes and used the NYX White liquid liner on my lower lashes. I went in again with the blue NYX eyeliner to extend the lower lash line. Then I drew lines of dots with the NYX White liquid liner as well as the NYX Vivid Brights in Vivid Sapphire. Next, using the NYX Liquid Crystal Liner in Crystal Pewter, I drew more dots on top of my brow, down my nose, on my brow, and in my hair. Next, it was time for mermaid lashes, to which I added more glitter. Finally, it was time to start the mask bit. I used a 70% alcohol swab to clean my brow area of all the oils. It's really important to do this properly or it will be very difficult for the glue to hold all your brow hairs in place later on. Wait, did I say glue? Yes, I did. This is a super cool trick that drag queens use to cover their eyebrows. I used a non-toxic washable glue stick to coat my brow hairs, first going against the direction of the growth. Then I really piled the glue on with a spatula and spread it over the entire brow. I brushed the hairs upwards and outwards and went in again with the glue stick, this time with the direction of growth. I layered on more glue with the spatula again and made sure the whole brow was totally flat against my face. Using a powder puff and a lot of colorless powder, I pressed the powder into my gluey brow to absorb the moisture. This had to be firm yet gentle enough not to cause the hairs to erupt from their glue hold. Using a big fluffy brush, I brushed away the excess powder. Whilst waiting for the powder to set, I applied corrector and concealer under my eye in a light peach shade to brighten up the under eye area. I like using my ring finger for this because it really achieves a well-blended finish. I applied it over my eyelid and temples too to ensure a seamless look. Next, I used a thick, creamy, full coverage concealer to cover my eyebrow and surrounding areas. Instead of foundation, I applied the same concealer to various spots on the rest of my face too, so that the whole mask part would be a consistent color. The small brush worked really well in cleaning up the edges of the mask. I used a sponge to blend everything together seamlessly, added more concealer to clean the lines as necessary, and then blended again. Finally, I set it all with the same colorless powder from before, and then ta-da! No more eyebrow, just like that. Now the eye. Same as before, I used an eyeshadow primer and then the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, all patted in with my ring finger. I also used one in Black Bean as a dark base on my inner eyelid because I wanted my inner eyelid to look like it was actually my outer eyelid. To further enhance this illusion, I went in with a matte black eyeshadow and created a winged look that was darker on the outer half of the illusion eye. I blended a grey eyeshadow on the middle eyelid and then a whitish eyeshadow on the inner corner of the illusion eye. I sketched the shape of a winged eyeliner look with black liquid liner and then I filled it in, making sure to get in between the lashes and into both the corners. Unfortunately, the eye shape wasn't exactly what I was aiming for, so I turned to my trusty wet wipe again, checking periodically as I cleaned up the lines. Finally, I was satisfied and I touched up with the black eyeshadow. Then I lined my lower lash line, softening the lines with a smudger brush and making sure to get the corner, and then finished off with Milk on the waterline to open the eye more. Using the NYX Auto Eyebrow Pencil in dark brown, I sketched out the shape of the brow and filled it in lightly. I had to be very gentle because I didn't want my real brow hairs to pop out. I went over that with a dark brown brow pomade to darken and define the brow. The illusion brow was actually slightly higher than my natural brow because of the angle that I wanted the illusion to be captured in. I also cleaned up the edges with concealer. I curled my lashes, applied black mascara, and put my lashes on the other way around, shorter lashes on the outside, and then touched up the gaps with black eyeliner. I used NYX Sculpt and Highlight Face Duo under the eyes and on the cheeks, blending with a brush near the edges. Using the NYX Brow Pencil again, I sketched out where I wanted the nose to be. Due to my cheekbones, the line actually had to be crooked in order to look straight at the intended angle of illusion. Next, I used the NYX Lip Liner Pencil in Mauve to draw the lines and fill in the outer edges. Using another NYX Lip Liner in Nude Pink, I filled the inside of the lips. I liked how the contrast between the two shades made for a pretty gradient, which I blended with a lip brush and enhanced by adding some NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. I blended that with a brush again and used the Mauve liner again for some final definition. I finished off with some NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder along the outer edges of the lips to make them look more 3D, and on the upper lip to create shadows. Using the NYX Wonder Pencil in Medium, I highlighted the Cupid's bow and intensified it with NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. I went back in with a NYX Eyebrow Powder to create more shadows on the upper lip to look more realistic. Then I finished drawing the nose using both the NYX Eyebrow Pencil and Eyebrow Powder, making sure to shade for dimension. I used a matte black eyeshadow for the inside of the nostrils and shaded the sides of the nose more with a brow powder, and also used it to contour the cheekbone area. I finished off with a pink blusher. And then I was satisfied. I first used a black pencil eyeliner to draw the edges of the mask, and then thickened the line with matte black eyeshadow, first with a small brush and later on with a fluffier brush to blend and create the shadow beneath the mask. The finishing touch for the mask effect was using black liquid eyeliner for a really clean and sharp line. Then it was time for my favorite part, lip art! I used a dark blue matte liquid lipstick as a base and used a lip brush to get clean edges and extend the corners slightly for an otherworldly look. I topped it off with shimmery pigment. Isn't it so pretty? Using NYX Liquid Suede in Sway, I painted the base of the shell. Next, I used Amethyst, a darker shade of purple, for the shell outlines. I made some white highlights and accents with NYX White Liquid Liner, and then touched up the dark purple outline till I was satisfied. Now, what would a mermaid be without pearls? So I added some light blue pearls for that magical effect. For the last bit, the peeled skin effect, I used the NYX Brow Pencil and NYX Brow Powder again, alternating between the two to draw and shade the folds of skin. For the shadow, once again, I used a black pencil eyeliner followed by matte black eyeshadow blended with a small fluffy brush. I also used NYX Black Bean to darken certain areas. To make the folds more realistic, I used more brow product to give more depth to some parts and some concealer to accent others. Finally, after 7 hours, I was done! Mermaid crown, jewels, and starfish, check! Hope you've enjoyed watching this and learned something helpful. Please like this video and subscribe if so. Thank you so much for watching. See ya!